Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my analysis of some of the most popular futures markets out there for day traders. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple of clarifications. Number one, I'll be using the 1 hour time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here, as they're called if you're a beginner, represents 1 hour's worth of time. And then I will be starting off here on the NQ, but as a reminder, even if you just trade the MNQ, remember, they mimic one another, so the levels and such, you could still apply to the micros also. Now, this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have watched past videos, and I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but I am going to pat charts on the back. Charts are amazing. But for those of you that have watched past videos, you remember me putting that line right down there at 430. And look right where the price happened to find some support before getting an epic bounce off that area. Again, not patting myself on the back, but charts are a very valuable tool. And congratulations to any of you that watched that video, that went along down around that area. You got paid in a very, very big way. So just keep in mind that moving forward. Now, as of right now, that level is not too relevant given the price is way up there. But nonetheless, 430 certainly been confirmed as a very important level moving forward from a support standpoint. And more of the nearer term levels now to watch if there's any sort of pullbacks. First key level just going to be that purple line right there, famous 50-period moving average. And then the second level after that, the pink line, the big brother of the 50-period moving average, the 200-period moving average. Again, that pink line right there. So right now, 50-period measured at 778. 200-period moving average at 625. In terms of areas of resistance, we're still watching that level up there at 955. Nothing new if you've watched any of the past videos. We've talked about it time and time again. Now, today didn't even go up there and test it. But going into the next session, it does seem possible, especially if the price can get up through this little miniature bull flag pattern here that is formed. So got a bit of a bull flag. If it breaks the upside, don't get me wrong, that is a good thing. But I would be a little skeptical of it until the price can truly prove itself, and quote unquote truly prove itself again, would be breaking above and staying above the 955 mark. But all in all, great way to start off the new week. Very impressive bounce right there. So we'll see how things continue to play out. Next one here, looking at the ES, and same general idea, not to brag on myself, but to brag on charts. For those of you that watched the previous video, talked about this support zone down here, and look right where the price found some support. Now, it did go slightly below it, but barely went below it, and then just straight up during that 1 hour period right there. So very, very impressive, and now it's just sitting up here around some next key areas. So once again, yes, this area down here is a support zone from 60.29 down to 60.19 is still indeed, I would consider this a very important technical level, but I'll also concede that right now not totally relevant given the prices up there. In the near term, the more relevant level right now from a support standpoint is going to be that pink line there, 200-period moving average. You can see already twice, both there and their price bounce right off of it. So if there is any sort of bigger pullback, then yeah, right there around the 60, 68 mark could be an interesting dynamic. Now, as far as key areas of resistance, yes, from an overarching standpoint, still got to stay focused on the 145 mark up there. But what I'm curious about now moving forward is because I think a lot of people have probably done something similar. And I make that comment because when a lot of people are watching the same lines and wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movements. But I think a lot of people have drawn in that trend line right there. So again, no such thing as a guarantee, but at least in my opinion, more than plausible to think that if the price were to come up here and break through there, that break in and of itself could create additional buying pressure. And I'm not going to say shoot straight up to these highs right there, but yeah, you definitely do have some wiggle room where it could find and build some more momentum. But overall, gotta appreciate the strength here from this morning, from that, from the opening hour of the session, and we'll see if that can continue on into the next session. Next one here, YM, and to keep things fair, yeah, this one didn't really bounce off of anything that I had drawn. It didn't come down close to this area down here at 44,000. Now, I would still contest that 44,000 is a key area of support. But yeah, this one right here, seemingly just kind of randomness. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that level as it didn't really, and doesn't seem like the price really cares about it. But what I am going to do here is now in the nearer term with this level that stand up or has made itself stand out right here at the 44.05 mark as a key area of support. You can see right here, acted as support, and then with the bigger pullback right here, acted as support. So keep an eye on those couple areas. In terms of areas of resistance, yes, you still do have this overarching resistance zone up here, but as of now, that's relatively irrelevant because the price isn't anywhere close to it. The level that I would say is very relevant right now is going to be that purple line right there, 50-period moving average, mainly because we now have a track record right there of it being kind of a thorn in the side of the price movement. But even if the price were to break up to that purple line, that is a good thing from a bullish standpoint. I just wouldn't get overly excited about it because not that far away, you then have the big brother right up there, that 200 period moving average. Now, if the price can clear through both of these areas, then yeah, there's some momentum to be gained. It'll be interesting to see how things play out, but you also don't want to get too far out of yourself. So really just a question of, first, can the price continue to stay above the support? And if so, will it eventually be able to get through those moving averages? We are now moving away from the indices and into the oil market, specifically crude, looking at CL. And this will mean more to those that have watched past videos, but if you have, you know that I've been talking about this resistance line for a very long time. And I mean, you could throw this right into a textbook. I mean, this brings a tear to my eye. And if you don't believe me, if you think I just put this line in here, I appreciate your skepticism. No problem at all. I'm not offended. All you got to do is go back in the watch list, and you can watch the video from that I did on Friday. But that's the level we've been watching as resistance. You can see right there. Came up, got the break, and then check it out. Beautiful back test. Broke, came back down, and look at that. You can't make that stuff up. Absolutely beautiful back test, and up it's gone. So for anybody that took the back test trade or even just played the breakout, a very well done job to you. I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of all these lines as they've served their purpose for now. Because now moving forward, really in terms of areas of support, two main levels. The level that, if you're saying, hey, Clay, what's going to make this chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? That would be if the price can stay above that pink line there. But don't get me wrong, it's not like if the price falls below there, that implies the entire chart's destroyed or ruined or anything like that. But yeah, if the price could stay above there, that would certainly be a very impressive sign of strength. Looking at things from the bigger picture point of view, that's where the purple line here comes into play. 50 period moving average, as you know. So keyword being moving. So as time goes by, that line's going to keep on moving higher and higher. So as long as the price stays above the line that's moving higher and higher, well, that means that the price, by definition, is building higher lows. And by definition, that's what bullish moves do. They build higher lows. Nothing can go straight up, but you at least want to see higher lows. And that's what that purple line can help with. In terms of next potential battlegrounds, next main area of resistance, in my opinion at least, going to be right here around the 73.25 mark. So keep an eye on 73.25 if this move here can get a bigger push to the upside. But all in all, crude has finally broken that trend line. Is this the start of something bigger back to the upside? We'll see what happens. Next one here, into the precious metals and looking at gold, GC, and all I can say is unbelievable. I would have been lying if I thought that this was coming here. I thought for sure the price would probably need to pull back, test that trend line right there, maybe even come down here, but no, gold just doesn't care. Gold just, yeah, we're going to go back up again. Came up to that area of resistance that had been very stubborn at 906 and then just continued to grind up through there. So overall, the grind continues. Going to go ahead and get rid of those levels for now and just do a key update, and that is just based on the rule that when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. So if there is any sort of bigger pullback, 2906, an interesting level, where again, no guarantees, but you could plausibly see some sort of bounce occurring from that area. And then in terms of areas of resistance with the price at all-time highs, it's basically a little bit of a miniature trend line here to throw in there. And going back to the whole idea of those self-fulfilling prophecies, you got to think that's a very real possibility, given that's a line that you got to think a lot of people have drawn. So once more, that does not guarantee anything, but it certainly makes it plausible that a break of that trend line there could create just more upside buying pressure. But yeah, all in all, gold remains very powerful. So that wraps up the analysis, and hopefully you saw it at the top of the page. But if you were wondering what prop firm I use for futures trading, then make sure you check out Take Profit Trader. Use the link that you saw because that'll ensure you get the best discount possible. Right now, it is 50% off all their priced accounts. Now, if you do see your country on that list, unfortunately, they are not open to you. But if you do not see your country, then hey, you can go and trade the U.S. market. So one of those beautiful things where the prop firm allows people access to the USA markets, as long as, like I said, your country is not on that list. So you don't want to see your country there. But overall, like I said, check it out and let me know if you have any questions, but make sure to use the link so you get the best deal possible. As far as these analysis videos are concerned, as always, if you like these and you appreciate them, then please, and you want to support the channel in a super free and easy way, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help out. So thanks for watching. Take care.